Hey guys, before I leave for Memorial Day weekend, I thought that it would be a really cool idea to do an end of the school year classroom tour. It's almost June and I'm going to start taking things down. So this would actually be a really good time to take you through my room, what it looks like in May. If you have not seen my initial classroom setup video or classroom tour video, I have both. Take a look at those if you like, if you would like to see a before and after. Here's what it looks like now. In addition to a tour, I'll also be sharing just a couple reviews on things that I have used, maybe some materials that I bought and used for the first time this year that worked really well. With the school year coming to an end, teachers should be allocated money for materials for the following year. Perhaps something that you see today will give you a new idea on what you would like to order. And I'll be sure to list them in the details of this video if you want to check them out. I do not receive any kind of compensation for any link or just anything that I provide you with today. So please know that if I suggest something for you, it's an honest suggestion. There's nothing in it for me. All right, let's just go around the room. When students first walk in, they have trash can. That is one of their passes, but it's certainly optional. I just keep anything that I think they might need here. Their class folders. I love the color coordination. Pencils. If you've seen my other tours, you know what this is. Nothing has changed. They have their different options. Markers, highlighters. I'm impressed with how much is still here. I put these out in September and I have not replenished them, so it's looking pretty good. My lamp. So this blue roller cart, I purchased this myself many years ago when I first started teaching. It's one of my favorite items in this room. It is so multi-purposeful. Right now, I mostly use it just to sit my laptop on and other things that I might use daily. Here are some of those things that I might use daily. These are their tickets. They're, I don't know if you know about my little raffle ticket system, but this is where I put my tickets. These are their desk numbers. If I want to randomly call on anyone. And this is new. I'm not going to act like this is something that I've always done. Feedback, comment, stars. I won't explain what they're about, but this is where I keep them. Okay, I will tell you what they're for because I feel like any teacher can do this and it's a cool idea, even in high school. So these are comment stars. I have a free template on my Teacher Pay Teachers forum. I originally gave these to students to leave some quick feedback on a project that they just did, to which, like, you know, they were able to give out their stars. And I had a few extra stars and I thought, why not just leave out stars in general for any work that gets put up on these bulletin boards? And if anyone at any time, including teachers, including any staff member, wants to leave a student a comment on a star, why not? Here's our agenda board. The way that I like to organize my board is by date. I kind of change up what's in the middle, reminders, just anything upcoming. Friday free time, that is my cell phone incentive, which I have a whole video on. And then the two classes that I teach, I did not finish, but the name of the class, what their objective is, and just an overall agenda for the day. When my students come back, they get to take a reading assessment, the third one this semester, so lucky them. My desk, which just has some random stuff on it, my drinks, my beverages, Michael. This is really cool. We have a fun microphone and it works, guys. It works. I can't wait to start my 4-day weekend. Photos of people and places that make me feel good inside. Okay, here comes a review. I'm a huge fan of these Hexagon boards. I actually made a short about it not that long ago. This whole school year, only one fell down, just one, and it went back very easily. It does not tear the paint. I think that the trick is not to hang too much on them. I try to keep it lightweight. I try to keep it to paper. You can paint them yourself. I've had these tiles for about 2 years now. They're holding up pretty well. It's just this R. No matter what I do with this R, it wants to fall down. I also have these Scrabble tiles at home. I love these Scrabble tiles. I think they look cool and they don't take up a lot of space. They're easy to put up and so far have torn 0 paint. I mean, it's not super cute or anything, but this is one way that I keep my paperwork organized. And behind my desk, I always keep my go-tos. These are all go-to things that I need throughout the week. This is probably one of my most used beginning of the year activities. It's not just beginning of the year, but each new quarter, I use a lot of these resources. It's nice when I have a new quarter of kids come in. I have an immediate folder I can just pull activities from. Chaos. I love this thing at Target. Okay, here's the next review. I found this Lazy Susan at Target in their Five Below section. It's just like one of my favorite objects in this room. Like, I wish I had one of these for every small group table. Maybe I will. This is the place where I throw random paperwork, and I pretty much don't go through the paperwork until it's full. Having a place for those random pieces of paper is great because otherwise you get little piles everywhere. Put them in one place. Know that when it hits a certain point, you're going to stop everything you're doing and you're going to go through it, and it just keeps random papers from being in random places. If I find myself saying, I don't have a place for this, then I create one. I love this book tree. I will say that it's peeling. See how it's peeling right there? It's not really noticeable. Like, I don't notice, nobody really notices. This is really pretty. I thought about leaving this at home, but I just like how it sits on the wall all by itself. It's my style. My diffuser, of course, one of my favorites. It's my favorite way to make my room smell nice because there aren't chemicals. Sometimes I let students in the morning choose different oils. If we're talking about one of my most used items that's new, that I just kind of bought recently, it's this pack. I bought it as a whole pack on Amazon of painter's tape. If you've seen my other vlogs, my classroom, my recommendation vlogs, just almost every vlog, I feel like I talk about my love of painter's tape because it doesn't tear, it doesn't rip paper. I mean, you can put painter's tape on almost anything and it will not tear. I use it a lot. I'm constantly using painter's tape. Like, it's exactly why it's really close to my desk. I keep handouts in here. I'm not really a fan of this library, so here's what I like. I like that the books are in bins for easy pull out. I like the way that they're categorized. What I don't like is that how low to the floor they are. I'm used to having a tall bookshelf. I feel like a bookshelf would go very nicely in this corner. I just don't have one. I need one. Can somebody send me a bookshelf? I try to put books up here. I try to put books on the wall. If you haven't noticed, I dropped my phone and one of my camera lenses has a crack in it. So I'm gonna shoot the rest of this vlog from my front facing camera. I'm not sure if that is going to make anything look funny, but I need to fix my phone. You wanna see one of the most used places in my room? It's right here. Stuff. And you know, it's just random, okay? McDonald's toy, just random stuff. And some students flock to this stuff. Something else I'll say that's pretty cool is that, you know, I've had this in September and only one thing out of here has not been returned. Now, I don't put anything in here that I would, you know, cry real tears over if I lost. It's just random stuff. But I really appreciate that students are putting the stuff back, if you know what I'm saying. Random things here. Here's something that I've never talked about before, and I'm going on 2 years of using it, and that is bulletin board paper and borders. Let's take a look over here. If you look particularly at the borders, they all came from the same place, again, on Amazon. I believe it's called like Industrial Classroom Decor. And you can find this and others like it. And something I love about it is it all looks good together. You can layer it however you want. And I just think it looks really cute, especially for secondary. This bulletin board paper and this border came from Michael's. I'm a real big fan of these borders. I feel like they look really great in a secondary classroom. This is our vocabulary wall, which is covered right now because students had a quiz this week. Since I mentioned their stars earlier, here's a closer look at how they look. I just think it adds something extra to when you display their work, and it's super easy. This is the mirror that I have in here that nobody ever really uses, and I should probably clean. Open up. This looked a lot nicer in September, but I mean, you get the idea of my supplies. I'm in here a lot. I can't look at it anymore. Let's just close it. Here's something else that I love, and this was something that was provided by my school, and it is a different type of bulletin board paper. It's not paper at all. It's bulletin board material. Now, I used it in this way to kind of create a border around my bulletin board, but I have seen, now that's tissue paper. I have seen teachers actually cover their bulletin boards with this fabric, and it looks really nice. It doesn't have all the wrinkles, and it lasts much longer. It's really nice, and my school offers it in I think like 5 colors. I usually keep our whiteboards in here. Our whiteboards are currently in bins at each group because we were using them this week. Student drawings. And here's a teacher hack if you didn't already know it. If you run out of whiteboards, you can just stick paper in a page protector and use that. If you're using a dry erase marker, it'll come right off. I bought that on Amazon. The letters look kind of crazy because I screwed up the first time and I had to buy it again, but I bought 2 different sizes. It's a long story, not really. But in terms of how it's holding up, I mean, it speaks for itself. If you look at it super closely, maybe it's coming off, but you can't really tell. Here's where I keep those raffle tickets that I was referring to. We do raffles every Friday, and now I'm back at the door. Since the tour is pretty much over, because that's my room, I think I'm going to end this with a couple more reviews and call it a day and start my Memorial Day weekend. Okay. I get a lot of compliments on that flower. I recorded a shop with me vlog if you want to check it out, where I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought some things for this classroom. That was one of them. I don't know if Hobby Lobby still has it or not. It was on sale. They have some really good sales, by the way. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Here's something else I got at Hobby Lobby that was not on sale, but I loved it and I spent too much stupid money on it. This chest. All right, I am obsessed with this pocket talk. I have shorts on this pocket talk. I did not buy this pocket talk. It was provided by my district, but in short, I'm not gonna go through all of it. You just talk into it. Whoa. Stop. I have it on Spanish, but you can choose all these different languages. It has made communicating with my ELLs so much easier. I'd like for you to work on your project for the next 20 minutes.
Me gustaría que trabajaras en tu proyecto durante los próximos 20 minutos.
And aside from teaching, that thing would be convenient to take anywhere. When I come back, this is gonna start coming down. When do you start taking things down from your classroom? For me, it's after Memorial Day weekend, which starts right now. Feel free to leave in the comments when you start taking things down in your classroom, and I will see you next time. Bye.